So you probably just unwrapped the latest iPhone or new tablet or whatever new device Apple put on the market for Christmas. And your reposts, likes, and hashtagging of Free Congo is flashing before your eyes. And you're probably wondering to yourself, well, what do I do now? What do I say? Do I return the gift? Do I start to rant? And for those of you who are wondering what your Christmas gift has to do at all with freeing Congo and why Congo needs to be free, keep watching and let's talk about some of the practical ways that we can practice what we preach in our personal lives when it comes to advocacy work. The mineral coltan used to power the lithium-ion batteries in smartphones is mined under coercive, slave-like, and corrupt conditions by large mine owners like Glencore in Eastern Congo. Now, I'm not here to tell you that you're a bad person or to remind you what you already know, that there is no ethical consumption under capitalism. But I am here to remind you that the ignored conversation about mineral resource exploitation in Congo isn't just about Western luxuries like iPhones. Again, coltan is used for electric vehicles, which is the world's answer to clean energy, and it's also used in invaluable medical devices like pacemakers and hearing aids. The first thing that we can all start doing is talking explicitly about the world's dependence on Congolese exploitation for global advancement. The ways in which the world has advanced when it comes to technology, when it comes to medical equipment, when it comes to fueling clean energy, has all been predicated on the exploitation of Congo.
A worldwide boom in rubber meant that Leopold II could cash in big time. But tapping rubber from trees was back-breaking work. So to source enough labor, Leopold effectively turned all of the Congo into a slave plantation. The labor policy was known by some as the red rubber system, and it was designed to maximize extraction. The system was enforced by the Force Publique, Leopold's private colonial army, a 19,000-man military with white officers and black soldiers from as far as Zanzibar, Nigeria, Liberia, and even the Congo. Many of the soldiers had been kidnapped in raids on villages in their childhood and brought to Roman Catholic missions where they received military training. They were armed with modern weapons and the chicote, a bullwhip made of hippopotamus hide. Villagers were asked to meet insane rubber quotas. If a village didn't meet its targets, the military were expected to take hostages and shoot them. Women in the villages were often held hostage or raped to speed up production. Severed limbs of villagers had to be produced as evidence that each bullet fired had been used to kill a villager. So, if a soldier missed a shot, they would often cut off the hand of an innocent victim just so they could produce a limb to show their superiors. If individuals in a village refused to work, they were beaten or shot, and the village was razed to the ground. The red rubber system led to the collapse of economic and cultural life for the Congolese. A system so cruel that female hostages often starved while men were worked to death. Those that tried to flee into forests often died of hunger. Tens of thousands were shot in failed uprisings, and because farming had been disrupted, local Congolese were susceptible to famine and disease. The precise figures are not known, but estimates suggest that between 1880 and 1920, at least 10 million people, or 50% of the entire population, died.
So what you can do is use that brand new device to start an advocacy-based conversation in your personal circles about the need to recycle devices, buy quality, affordable, pre-owned and refurbished devices to drive down Apple and similar tech companies like Samsung and Google, the manufacturer demand that they create to pump out their new models of their overpriced products. We can't keep talking about equity, sustainability, and human rights while continuing to ignore the historic exploitation and economically driven genocide that Congo has been forced to undergo for the world's advancement. The Genocost doesn't stop just because gifts are being opened today. So as always, remember Congo, keep talking about Congo, and Telema Congo.